Welcome on another episode of Behind the Red. I'm your host, Tim Gaines, and today on our podcast my favorite guest yet, I'm so excited to announce we have the utmost wonderful FriskMeGood, also known as Ciara.
What's goody?
How's it going? How's it going? For those of you who don't know, she's a designer, uh, nice with the what is it the sew with the needle, if you will.
Sewing, the reworking.
Everything. So, you're known for your your shoe corsets, correct?
hmm
Got you. So, just tell us a little bit about how you got started with fashion in itself.
Yeah. This is like so I guess the beginning of like my fashion and my design journey started like probably right before I graduated from high school. I got my first job ever working at this streetwear store here in Cleveland called Next.
Okay.
And back when I worked there, like it was like, a super like popular store. Like the vibe of the store was like you had to be able to dress to work there. Like you had to have style, like in order to even get hired. Like
Yeah.
so that was the vibe. So I ended up getting my first job there. And, just to backtrack a little bit, I went to Catholic school my entire life. So I never really
Okay.
got, from K through 12, I went to Catholic school. So I
Wow.
was never able, it's crazy. So I was never able to express myself through fashion until I started working at Next. And
Hmm.
I never really had like a reason to get dressed until I started working there. So when I started working there, I started buying more clothes,
Hmm.
getting more into like my own personal style. Like I used to shop at American Apparel constantly. Like that was my shit.
Yeah.
I was working there for a couple years, and then after I graduated, I ended up going to Ohio University. And when I first got there, when I first
Party
got there,
school.
I was
Party
like,
school. Okay.
party freaking school.
Hey.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, went to Ohio University, and like when I first got there, like I was like wanted to be a business major, and like wasn't really sure like what I was gonna do. But I ended up meeting other people there who were into fashion too, and found out there was a fashion program. So I was
Word.
just like, fuck it. Like I love clothes, like I love fashion, and it sounds interesting. Like I'm not gonna be bored. Like so fuck it. I'm gonna be a fashion major.
All right. Do
And from
you?
there, like I started joining other organizations like at OU that had to do with fashion. Like I was in a modeling organization. Like I joined a couple magazines, and then I ended up starting my own fashion magazine at OU. That's
Word.
still there.
Like,
Yeah, it's called Variant Magazine, and it was like the
really?
first mass printed fashion magazine at Ohio University. So,
Really?
you
So how do you
know,
even go about doing a fashion magazine? Do you have to like reach out, find publishers? Were you like writing the blogs yourself? Were you like finding other people who you like knew had a
yeah.
sense of fashion too?
So I had like an executive board. So I was like the president. I had a vice president,
Okay,
a
okay.
PR person.
In
Like
charge
I
from
had
day one. All right,
listen.
okay.
I was
Okay.
the CEO of the motherfucking magazine.
Hey,
Like it was lit. Like
exactly.
I was on top of the world. Like and from there, like we just started recruiting people. Like we have like a fair every year. We recruit people, so got a lot of members from that. And like it was also like a modeling thing. So I would just like
Hmm.
walk around campus and see if I seen anybody that looked like a bad bitch. I was like, come on, or
Word,
they just
word.
look good. Like, come on, like come model for the magazine. So we ended up getting like hundreds of members, and like it
Wow.
was pretty lit. So, but then fast forward a little later, like I said, I went into this just like not even knowing what I wanted to do. So I didn't start sewing until my junior year of college when my dad bought me a sewing machine for Christmas, and I just like made my first outfit. It was
Really.
not made correctly by the
What was the first
standards of
fit? What was
like
it? A top and bottom? What was it?
I made a top, and I made like this skirt. It was like red and pleather, and like I used a pattern that
Leather.
I had
Ooh.
I used a pattern that I had laying around, and
Yeah.
it came out cute, but it wasn't right, but it was cute though. So I was
Word.
like, okay, I see the vision. This might be it.
You
So
got the
um
idea. Yeah.
yeah, I had the idea in my head at that point. So I even like shot pictures in the magazine, like of the outfit and everything. So I was like, okay, this is it right here. So still kind of didn't know I wanted to be a designer yet until um, my senior year, when on my 21st birthday, my outfit didn't come on time for my birthday. So me and my roommate like ran around town all day. And you know, Athens, Ohio is like literally the middle of fucking
Yeah, I'm
nowhere.
like, what you running around town for? What you gonna find out there?
Listen, I
Like,
mean, we got Walmart, Route 21. The options was not looking hot. And
word,
it was fucked up. And then we were like, wait, we got a Joanne Fabrics here. Let's just make our outfits. And like,
word.
I had already envisioned like a red bodycon dress. So I was just like, all right, let's go. So bought that, made it. And that night, like, I just knew. I was like, all right, I am a fashion designer. Like, this is the avenue that I need to be on. Like, so, and I was like wishing that I would have like known that sooner so I could have went to design school. But I was like, all right, fuck it. At this point, YouTube gonna have to be my best friend, because like I don't
Hey,
even know I don't even know where to go from here.
YouTube
So
University, trust me, I done learned a lot from YouTube, more than anything they
listen,
taught me for real. But go ahead,
okay,
go ahead.
no, same. Literally taught me everything I knew. So fast forward a little more, I ended up graduating from OU, and like I said, I had the magazine, like I had everything. I was on top of the world. Like I had a reason to be creative, and when
Yeah,
like I left that environment, like it kind of like felt like it took a part of me. I was like, shit, like why am I even, I don't even have a magazine. What the fuck am I even shooting? Like it just felt like, you know, real fucked up.
yeah.
And I also like was trying to get a job like in New York or LA, because I had interned in LA like previously. All the people I interned with were like, yeah, I ain't got no opening. It was fucked up.
Word, word.
Funny story, I had went to New York for a job, like a seamstress job, even though I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, so it wasn't meant to be anyway.
Filled out the
But when
application and
went
said,
all,
"Hey, we here."
listen, got the interview, booked my train ticket the same day, and tell me why I got an email like a few minutes later talking about they filled the position, so never mind. After I had got the ticket, so
Word.
yeah. So and I'm going to New York anyway. Did a job interview for some shit that immediately called me back. So I'm like, oh, this is great. Like maybe I do
Yeah,
have
I done
something.
got it. Like, yeah.
Nigga, why was this shit like selling Hello Fresh subscriptions on the street? Like it was some crazy shit. Like it was some shit. So went home without a job, didn't have shit, and I'm feeling
Read the
like,
fine print. Read the fine print next time.
listen,
Hey,
it was not. It was like sales job. Like not
yeah,
gonna really tell you what it is, and it was so ambiguous the whole time. It was fucked up.
yeah.
So went home, and I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, I want to be a fashion designer. That is all I fucking want at this point. I can't move. I don't have any job options. This is fucked up. So I'm like, okay, so what do I need to start a clothing line? I need an Instagram, I need clothes, and I need a name. So I'm trying to start the Instagram. I'm like, fuck, what am I gonna name this shit? Like, and I was like thinking shit like Sierra Leone, like the
Word.
Designs by Cierra. Like I was thinking
Mhm.
all type of shit. But then I was like, wait, my Instagram name has been FriskMeGood since I was in high school.
Has it
So why the fuck I
really?
don't?
Cause I'm
Yes.
like, that's the hardest tag of all time. Like, I was like, like, how'd you come up? I thought you bought it. I'm like, you had to buy this from
No.
someone.
No.
Word.
I made that shit up in high school.
Word. I thought it's from like the
When
Rihanna lyric. She said,
yes, it is. She
okay,
says, "Make
word.
sure you frisk me good. Check my panties in my bra."
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
on Rockstar, and I
yeah.
was real. I was a hardcore Rihanna fan at that point, so it was
Back
only
when she used to
right
release
that.
music, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, literally had that tag since high school, and I was like, "Fuck it, everybody already know me as Frisk Me Good, so it's gonna be Frisk Me Good." And then that's how Frisk Me Good started, like you know, as far as like the line and shit. So,
Don't man, that's wild though. Like, and that's like mad inspirational because I feel like a lot of people, like want to get into fashion, this and that, but don't really know how. But it's just like, honestly, you got me wanting to buy a sewing machine right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sitting here
no,
like, you
do
know
it,
what?
do
You never
it.
know what can happen. You know what I'm
You
saying?
never know. You
Yeah,
never know.
and it's crazy because you've always had like the business aspect though, because like you know how to lead a team even from doing a newspaper thing or the magazine
Yeah.
thing. So you
Mhm.
originally started with business and then you switch your major to fashion. So do you
Yeah.
feel like majoring in business helped you like get that business edge of that most artists kind of need, because I feel like a lot of artists have the talent but they don't really got the business mindset, and like that's really the 90% of the industry is the business
Yeah.
side, but the 10% is like the artist side, you know what I'm saying?
So funny story, I actually never got into the business school because the requirements was hard as fuck.
I
Like
was
the
them motherfuckers,
the
they
prereqs, nigga, I had to be in calculus 6. I was like, oh no, we gonna have to slow this down a
six
little bit. But it
for
was some crazy
business.
ass shit, and I was not ready for it. So, but I was a marketing minor, so I feel like
Okay,
that's where
got
a
you.
lot of like my like business mindset like
Yeah,
came
yeah.
from. And then on top of that, like running the magazine and stuff definitely
Like
helped me
pitching the
just get
product.
experience.
Okay.
Yeah,
Word. That is what's
yeah,
up. That's mad. I feel inspired now. That's crazy. You got me
yeah.
smiling.
Hell
So you and Adidas recently did a collab with their most recent summer campaign, I believe. Tell
yeah.
us a little bit about that.
Hell yeah. So I actually got to design for Ivy Park, which is obviously like Beyonce's line, which is like
Yeah.
a huge dream for me, like to even be able to do something like that. Like I never even like saw the correlation that like me and Ivy Park would fit so well, and like just getting the opportunity with them was dope as fuck. Like I
Hmm.
mean they're so genuine and like cool as fuck. Like I mean the Beehive, I fuck with the Beehive, and the Beehive fuck with me.
Of course, of course. You sworn in now. You know what I mean?
Right, hell yeah.
That's dope. So, what was your exact design on that campaign? Elaborate a little bit for the people who like haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. So you'll see like it's like on the first like what like 3 seconds of the video, like you'll see like my sneaker bustier pop up, and it's like like a bra with the corset connected to it. So but yeah, it came out dope as fuck though.
What shoe was that you dissected for that one?
Um that's like Ivy Park's like newest shoe for their collection.
I was gonna say
So
because I never seen that shoe before. I was like, what is that?
yeah,
Okay, okay, that makes
yeah, it's
sense.
dropping with the collection. So
Got
it'll
you,
be dope
got
as
you.
fuck.
Word. So, working with like big brands and stuff like that, like being a black female creator in like this industry, like I don't feel like there's that many of you. You know what I mean? So, like, how is it, being like I guess one of a few, or not that
Yeah.
many that get the recognition? You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, no, you're so right about that. It feels really good because like I feel like that has been like my goal as far as like being a designer. Like I feel like it's just so important to me because like, I think back on like other black women who I mean, if you just even think about the major designers that we know off the top of the head, none are owned by black women. And that's
None,
very bothersome to me. Yeah.
none.
And like I feel like I mean even like when I'm like doing research on the history of like black women in fashion, there's so little of us. And then not only that, but like the way we've been taken advantage of like over time. Like I mean a lot of black women used to be like seamstresses and like, dressmakers and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
uh, I mean, even for example, I think the designer's name is Ann Lowe. She made shit for like I think the Kennedy's wife, and like she designed the dress, worked her fingers to the fucking bone, and
Word.
it was like a white designer that took the credit for it. So, I mean, there's been like a crazy history of like black women being taken advantage of and like being like thrown to the side and like not even ever getting recognition. So like it's just really like my mission and to like be that black woman. And like this is another funny story that's like really crazy that like also like solidified like that I am on this earth to be a designer. So when I first started designing, this was like my first year of designing, and like I'm not gonna lie, like I was very close to like not giving up, but I was feeling so discouraged. Like I felt like I didn't know what I was doing. Like I felt like it
Yeah.
was hard. Like I was having like a lot of like self doubt
Self
at that
doubt. Yep. Self doubt.
self
Yep.
doubt. Exactly. I was having a lot of self doubt. And I just so happened to like see everybody like using this app. And it was called like the Google Arts and Culture app or something like that. And you had to like take a selfie of yourself and it would show you a piece of art that you look like.
Word.
The picture that I got back was a black woman from the 1930s sewing. A painting. A painting. I'm getting chills just talking about it. Like,
Word.
she looked just like me, and she's sewing. And I had took that picture on a humble. Like, I had my bandana on. Like, I was looking crusty. I was just like, nigga.
You said, let me get to work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
So that,
crazy.
and then just, I don't know. I like cried too because I was just like, damn. What if I'm a reincarnation of her?
Yeah.
And she never got the chance to be that as big as Gucci and as big as, she never got the
Yeah.
chance to do that.
Because
So
black women at
I
that
was
time obviously were going through the ringer, you know what I'm saying? Even now today you still are, but it's like, back then it was
yeah,
like way less opportunity.
exactly. So I just think about everything that she went through and other black women who have wanted to be designers or dreamed of living this type of like life. I mean, not that my life is like me, but I'm sure they have like my ancestors lived their life so I could live my dream, and like that really solidified my mission and why I'm here. And I have to be a designer. No, I
Yeah.
have to be a
No, I
designer.
feel you.
I am.
It was it was written, you know what I mean?
It was written.
It was
It
written.
was written.
That's what's up. That's crazy. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
crazy as fuck.
So, man, that's different. So,
Yeah.
I guess let's go into Fashion Week. Let's
Mm-hmm.
start with New York Fashion Week coming up. First off, your hair with the Como de Garçon hearts,
Oh, thank you.
fire, fire. I was like, damn, got me ready to cut mine off and get it dyed. I was
Listen,
like,
I'm about to shave my shit again. I'm like,
hey,
hell
gotta make a
yeah,
touch up.
hell
Nah, I feel you. I feel you. So, tell us about Fashion Week a little bit.
yeah. No, Fashion Week was really dope. For New York Fashion Week last year. Wait, was that? Yeah, that was last year. Yeah, New
Yeah,
York Fashion Week last year. It was lit. That was actually my first New York Fashion Week, and
really.
got the opportunity to be in two shows, uh,
Yeah.
damn near a couple of hours apart. That was crazy,
Oh,
but we
ooh, the
had
outfit swaps. Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, it was a lot, but we had a good time. I mean, I feel like, the Frisky fam, we always come out and show out. And
Of course.
yeah, no, it was really dope and it was a really good experience. And I'm excited for what this year's New York Fashion Week is going to be like.
Yeah. So LA Fashion Week, you had like your own your own like models on your runway, right?
Yeah, I did have
And
a
you
few.
and you were a part of who what was it in collab with? It was LA Fashion Week was who your runway was with, correct?
It was like sponsored by Stella Artois. So it was
That's what
like
it
LA.
was. Okay.
Yeah, it was LA Fashion Week and Stella Artois. So
Got you. So how was that? I guess getting your models ready, like picking each individual, like I guess corset for them to wear. You know what I mean? Would you like base it off of like you already had the corset ready, or would you like this model looks best in this kind of thing?
yeah, I kind of just go with who looks best in what. Honestly, LA Fashion Week, that was one of the most professional fashion shows I've ever been to. Like, I
Really?
mean, yeah, professional. And like, I felt like, I really did feel like it ran very smoothly. It was very like, they were on point. Like, I had people to help me, like, put the shit on, like, a
Really?
lot of people to help. So that was amazing. Like, it was,
Yeah.
yeah, that was one of the best fashion show experience I've had thus far, for sure.
Okay, dope. Because the pictures came out amazing on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, they were
Yeah, no,
dope. They
it
were
felt
dope.
so amazing. Like, especially like when I walked out, like it felt so surreal. Like I was like, wow, like I want to keep experiencing that.
Right. So when you design your pieces for the fashion week, like what goes into your mind first? Are you just thinking like I want to hit them with something completely different, or you're just trying to pull something that you always been like wanting to experiment with and just finally showcase it? Like what kind of like what's going through your mind?
For LA Fashion Week, it was kind of like cuz I only had like what? I think I had 2 weeks to put together a 20 look collection. And
20?
I mean,
Wow.
yeah, some stuff I already had. I had about like maybe
Okay.
5 or 6 things that I already planned on showing.
Yeah.
But when I say that was wild, like that was fucking wild. Like I put that together like in, like I said, 2 weeks. At that point I was really like in a rush and doing what I could afford to do. So that
Mhm.
was kind of like where I was at. But yeah, I mean, it came out great though. Like,
That is, yeah, they came out amazing. That's ridiculous. 20 pieces. That's I never understood like the I guess like the work that goes into it, you know what I mean? And like do you make these like just yourself or do you have help making it or is it just like
no, it's just me.
it's just you solo
It's just
dolo? Wow.
me. Yeah,
Wow.
it's very stressful on my own, but I mean, I don't really have another choice. I can't afford manufacturing, and that's kind of how my journey started. It was like,
Yeah.
okay, I wanted to mass produce, but a bitch ain't got it like that. So that's
Not
kind
yet.
of
Not yet. Not
not
yet.
yet, not yet, not
You know what I
yet.
mean? Not
So
yet.
yeah, I'm still there, and I've been 5 years into my business. So I hope my break is
Okay.
coming real soon for that part.
Oh, we talked about what happened before. It's coming. It's coming. It's
Yeah,
coming for
no, dead
sure.
ass, dead ass.
And so speaking of that, like you are, your name's definitely in a lot of people's mouths. Like you know, you're like definitely well known in this fashion world, like indefinitely. So with that being said, you recently had Ciara modeling. Was it the Jordan 6? The
Yes.
Jordan, yeah,
I think yeah. I'm like, is it the sixes or the sevens? And the ones.
and the ones. I saw the ones. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she was in the ones too. So yeah, that was a dream come true that I
How
was
did
not
that go
expecting.
about?
So I've worked with Cardi in the past, and
Yeah.
I've gotten reached out to by Colin Carter, who is her stylist, and Colin also styles for Cierra as well. So,
Mm.
Colin reached out to me. I mean, he knew I was the girl for the job, gave me another chance, and yeah, I got flew out by them 2 times for this project.
Okay.
They were working on it for like a month long or so. So.
Dang.
Or longer, I don't even know, but they were working on it for a while and definitely going hard. So yeah, they brought me in once to do her custom Balenciaga look, and then
Hmm.
they also um, got me to do the bodysuits as well,
Yeah, yeah.
which I wasn't even expecting that. I didn't even not think they was about to hit me back up, but hit me back up for the bodysuits. Ended up wanting to. Oh yeah, and I made her custom pair of shoes as well. So
Where? What kind of shoes? The Balenci's or?
the Balenciagas was the first one, and then the second one I made her like a custom pleaser, which is like a stripper heel
Yeah,
that had
yeah.
the Jordans on it as well.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Damn. That's fire. So what's it like working with like these big time celebrities? Are you like trying not to get like starstruck at first? You know what I mean? That pep talk on yo, it's
Yeah,
just business, like
no.
we're just normal people before you get in the room and try not to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I always keep my cool. Like, I mean, it be crazy. Like, it feels like surreal. Like, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh my God, I'm right in front of you. But, in person, I'm like, hi, I'm Sierra. How are you? Like, you got to keep it professional. Like, you cannot
Of
be like, oh
course.
my God. Like, because they're not going to want to work with you no more. Like,
No,
for real.
for
They're
real.
not
They'll be
going to want
like,
to
she
work with you
can't
because
act. She
they
don't know how
going to
to
think
act.
you weird as fuck. And, like, I
Yeah.
mean, I feel it. So yeah. But it's, like, really dope. Like, getting to, like I said, it feels so surreal getting to, like, see these, like, huge stars in person and
Hmm.
getting to work with them and like seeing how cool they are and shit. It's pretty dope.
Yeah, most def. And seeing you've worked with like big stars like what Cardi B, Sierra, Cat Graham,
Yeah, Kat
uh,
Graham,
uh
D Simone from the winner of RuPaul's Drag Race season 13.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Have you thought about like designing anything for like men yet, or is that like
no,
something you thought about, or are you only for the ladies? You know what I mean? Like
no,
I
no,
want
I
to rock
get that.
some too.
Yeah, I
You know
know. I
what I
get
mean?
that question so much from men. It's crazy.
I know you
So
got
yeah,
some
I
ideas.
I do have menswear, but I do like mostly like kind of customs menswear. I really need to like really like go hard with the men shit, but like
Hmm.
it's just it's hard because I'm a woman and like I want to make shit for myself when I do get a chance to get like some dope sneakers or like
Yeah.
some dope materials. Like I'm always thinking about me. So it's kind of
Yeah.
hard like, trying to think for a man and like I mean menswear is cool, but like I am a women's wear designer and I'm a branch out. I'm gonna do a little man
Yeah.
shit
Yeah.
soon, but
No, no, no. I respect that. I respect that. Keep it real. You know what I mean? I respect that. You know what I mean?
hell yeah.
Part of the brand, the FriskMeGood. You know.
Hell yeah. It's on the way
Word.
though, I swear.
Most def, most def. So you also like to incorporate like sustainability in the fashion, like reusable wear. I'm assuming. Okay. Like, for example, like I know Jaden Smith came out with that one sneaker. It was like made out of all old recycled former pairs that just didn't get bought in manufacturing or whatever.
Oh
So
yeah,
like every pair is made from a different like
yeah.
material. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
have you thought about incorporating sustainability more into like other things? You know what I mean? Like other than shoes and dissecting stuff, or
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I've been like honestly like even like branching out into furniture. I'm have a little show and
I
tell
was
going
about to
on.
ask about that actually because
Yeah,
I
I was
saw the
about to
chair you
say actually
made.
my chair that I'm sitting on. Excuse the cat because you about to see my cat because he was sitting behind me. But you know,
Oh,
I do a little dibbling and dabbling in the
yeah,
front end
yeah.
and stuff like that.
I
So
like it.
so yeah, I mean, I'm branching out for sure. I'm definitely trying to expand my avenues as far as like sustainability and see how I can push it further. So
Mhm.
so yeah, and also like I feel like another thing with me is like I mean, yes, I'm all about sustainability, but I'm also trying to focus on circularity as well. And what I mean by that is like you know a lot of times like yes we can keep buying recycled stuff, but like I feel like also like with my post-production materials, like I be trying to find ways that like they just don't end up in in the landfill, you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
even like the soles, like I've accumulated like literally thousands of soles, and I've kept every single one of them, and I usually sell them to other footwear designers who are looking for like lower, so people that make custom ones and people that make custom Jordans and stuff
Ah,
like
that's a
that.
whole different market. That's
Whole different
like you
market.
won't even
Another
think
hustle that
about.
I've gotten into, I sell shoe boxes. So
I
I'll
actually might have to hit you up for that. I definitely because I resell shoes myself and like
yeah.
obviously with the used pairs you need some like replacement boxes. You feel me? So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I got listen, hold up. You see
I
all
was
that
gonna say
extra.
I
I got
definitely see the
I
yes,
got
yes.
hella shit. I got hella shit. The Nike boxes be gone though, but when I get
I
them,
already know. I
got
already
you.
know for sure.
Hell yeah. But I usually sell those on like, Poshmark and
Okay.
Mercari and shit. Like, so, I'm really just trying to get into like how can I make money from the shit that is supposed to be getting thrown away? Or
Mhm.
how can I like use that to make something new? The shit that I was gonna throw away.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
just be trying to keep shit and find a use for it and make sure it doesn't get thrown away.
No, no, I feel that. I feel that. Um, what is it? I meant to ask, what was the first shoe that you dissected? That was one thing I was thinking about. Like, the first shoe you
Yeah.
decided to like, let's just cut this motherfucker up and see what happened.
Yeah,
You
so
know?
that's a funny story too. So it was kind of by chance because I was actually in my first design competition in 2019, and
Wow.
it was called Fashion Mania 2K19, and it was in Cleveland, and it's not fucking normal to have a design competition in Cleveland. But I was like sitting at home watching Project Runway and shit, and I was like, I want to be in a design competition. So I just
Mhm.
started like looking up design competition shit, and I found that, and I was like, oh shit. But funny story was the competition had been going on since October, and um it was about to happen in February, and I had found out about it in January. So when I hit them up, I wasn't even sure I was gonna be able to be in it, but I got in it. They were all for it. They were like, come through, like blah blah blah. So I was like, great. So, one of the challenges that they gave us was to create something without using fabric, and
Really?
yeah, that was one of the challenges. The other two challenges were to make something without using thread, and then to make something with this like dress that they gave me, and it was like cuz ironically the lady who was running the competition owned a dress shop in the mall called North Royalton or whatever fuck.
Uh-huh.
Um so yeah, we got a old dress, and she told us to, upcycle that bitch. And then my theme that they gave me was like rock star, so it was just perfect. It was like FriskMeGood, Rihanna rock star. The theme is rock star, and then made the corset. But I had like the most trouble coming up with like the no fabric thing, and like
Yeah.
usually when I'm working, I like keep on YouTube and shit, and I be watching Vice, and like an episode of Vice came on about a guy who made gas masks out of shoes, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna use shoes.
Bing.
Yeah.
Word.
So yeah,
Word.
and yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't win the competition though. I ended up getting second place, but it was cool because it was all this sketchy shit going on, and we had to like kind of, and then it was a prize like money and shit, and they was trying to run off on the money, and I ended up getting my money, so I don't even know if the winner even got their money.
Dang,
Yeah,
damn,
so I was
damn.
lucky I didn't win. So, but I won in so many other ways.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Like the experience, the what's the word? Like, it's on the tip of my tongue. Like knowing that you're dope. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's confirmation.
yeah,
Like, okay,
validation. Yeah, it was
validation.
very
There it is.
validating.
There
It
it is.
was, and I was in that competition against people who have been sewing for years, and this was like
Damn.
my third year, and just to know, I was like, okay, well, I'm good enough. Like the
Yeah.
fuck.
And what's crazy is like I swear I've been seeing like your pictures about your corsets and stuff since maybe like 2019. Like, how long was it till after you started making the shoe stuff till it started popping?
I'm not gonna lie. It took a minute. Like, I don't
Really?
know what you consider popping, but
Where you
like,
notice attraction, like the notice like pages reposting you type stuff, or
oh
like you know what I
shit.
mean?
So I had my first ever like viral article that like really started to make me known was through this platform called Hype Bay. And
Yeah.
they wrote an
Yeah.
article on me, and when I say that article did numbers, like that bitch had like 50,000 likes on that bitch. I was like,
Damn.
shit. So then
You said
after
really?
that, like, yeah, after that, more publications started reaching out to me. I started noticing my shit being like, what I can't remember. I think it's called Weibo or something, but it's like the Chinese Twitter, and like my shit was going viral on there. Like,
Word.
and yeah, the picture that was on Hypebeast was going viral, and it just that picture just kept going viral, and like, yeah,
The
it
power of the
just
internet. That's crazy. That's
power of
crazy.
the internet. So it was probably after the Hypebeast article is when shit started actually, like, I started getting noticed for real.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Huh. That's dope. So I feel like you came a long way. You know, we've been through like the ups and downs every artist has. Like, what are some struggles you face as like an artist or like designer?
Yeah, it's a lot, but the main one I guess has been really like finances and money and shit, like,
Hmm.
and being able to afford like to run a whole damn business and like
Yeah.
keep the customer satisfied, and like, just trying to figure out like what is like my like path, like what is the path of my business, like what is the structure, figuring out the structure of everything, like,
Mm.
yeah, finances have been a big thing at the beginning. Learning how to do it was the biggest thing. Figuring out how to sew, that was hard. Shit, what else? I mean, I guess like, I mean, it doesn't bother me now, but at the beginning, I
Yeah.
guess like criticism. It never made me want to give up or anything, but I was just
Yeah.
like, people talking shit about my shit, and then me having to defend myself, and then me defending myself turning into like World War III, and people coming at me. It's just like learning how to like, and then even learning like when people steal your idea or whatever, not saying shit, like,
Yeah.
because I've learned that that's bit me in the ass like a lot. Just saying shit, just trying to stand up for yourself as an artist.
So that's a real thing. I was gonna ask. Like, I know people definitely imitate. You know what I'm saying? So like, when that happens, you just like prefer to stay quiet about it. Like,
Yeah.
like really? Because I don't
Yeah,
know
I
how I
shut
would
the fuck up.
feel.
I
You know
shut
what
the
I
fuck
mean?
up now because
Really?
I've gotten so much backlash. Anytime I stand up for myself in a situation like that, I get so much backlash. I don't even say shit no more. I just let
Word.
niggas argue. I just, not niggas argue for me, but I'll repost it to my friends, and I let my friends stand up for
Yeah.
me, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of
Yeah.
me saying some shit, because it's just so fucked up every time. And then people, especially like random people, they will say shit to like play on your self-esteem, and like
Mm.
say shit like your shit is ugly anyway, but even though y'all did the same exact thing, and then it's
Yeah.
just like all this shit, like, so it's just like I don't even welcome that energy anymore.
Nah, I
I've
feel
learned
you.
that to not even welcome that energy and to not even acknowledge it. Keep it to your fucking self, because it's gonna be, I don't know. Unless like fucking like Shin steal some shit, like, or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
that's probably
So
the
get the
only time.
lawyers ready. Get the lawyers
Right.
ready.
Okay. That's probably the only time you gonna see me say something.
Most
But
that.
other than that, I'm probably not gonna say shit. Like, especially
Yeah.
like just arguing with people online. It's it's not been a good energy. So
Most
yeah,
that.
I'm trying to
There's
think
just one
like
saying, they say that imitation is one of the highest forms of like compliments. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I
Like
don't
if
believe
people are
that.
like copying my stuff, that clearly means I'm doing something right. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Flattering.
Me
You
personally,
know?
I hate it though. I'm sure it's flattering or whatever, but I don't like it. But
Just come
I
up
keep
with
it
your
positive.
own shit. You hear that? Come up with your own
Yep.
shit out there. You know?
But hey, this is life,
I
so
got you.
whatever.
I got you. So, before we get out of here, what are some, I guess, words of inspiration you have to like someone who's just like other creators out there who are like going through like the same thing you're going through, or just like still on their ups and downs, trying to find their way to up their brand.
Yeah. I just say just keep putting out content. Don't stop. The more shit you got out in this world that the world can see, the better. Take full advantage of social media because I feel like for me, like living in a small town, I mean, it's not a small town, but like, living in a not big city, you know what I'm saying? Not a New York or not a LA or not a Miami, you know what I'm saying? The thing that's helped me the most, I feel like personally, is social media and just putting myself out there. And I feel like, I mean, don't worry about judgment from other people. If people hate it, they hate it. If people love it, they love it. But I mean, what I've learned at the end of the day is design and art in general is all subjective. And there are going to be people who love it and there are going to be people who hate it. And at the end of the day, the people who hate it ain't going to stop your bag, and just keep going. And if you haven't already started anything, start that shit today and quit
Mm.
playing, and don't quit making excuses, because I started this shit with literally nothing, like nothing at all. Like I donated fabric and just found an Instagram name on a whim, and just so I just be thinking like, if I didn't have the mentality back then, like, okay, I need to start this shit today, I might not be 5 years into this and like created all this whole world around me that I have. So,
It's facts.
so yeah, just start now and keep going.
Word. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. Once again, we got FriskMeGood Instagram tag. Spell that out for him.
FriskMeGood. Boom.
Of course.